as one of the houses of the Yoruba warlord Sunday Igboho was raised in the early hours of Tuesday. Alright, it's another edition of Bystanders at Newsstand on Fliptv. Michael still keeping it real with you right here at Ogba Newsstand, and I have my reviewers ready to analyze the stories we have on the front page of the New Telegraph. Quickly to the major story. Northern elders to Buhari de-escalate rising tension. Northern elders to Buhari on insecurity de-escalate rising tension. Alright, something on federal government again. Nigeria safer than how president met it. Nigeria safe crucial here. We will quit forest reserves, stop night grazing, and MACBAN on something very, very essential. Criminals feigning herdsmen will be fished out. Criminals feigning herdsmen will be fished out. On to the next one on COVID-19. Governor's ADC orderly physician test positive. Governor's ADC orderly physician test positive. PTF extends ease of lockdown by 1 month. And quickly to the down part of the paper, what's the article saying? That's the former vice president of Nigeria. Nigeria must restructure or become failed state. Nigeria must restructure or become failed state. Of course, we know our reviewers are always ready to give their own take on essential stories. I'm talking about trending stories in the country. We have to meet them and see what they can say concerning the stories we have on the front page of this journal. Quickly to you, Mr. Matthew. To the breaking news, Sunday Igboho, that's the Yoruba warlord, its house has been raised. What do you think is really happening? What's the meaning of this?
Good morning, Mr. Mike. I saw that breaking news that Sunday Igboho's one of his houses in Ibadan was raised early hours of today. For me, I think it may not be unconnected with people who are opposed to his approach. But I don't think somebody is saying at this stage will be speculative. But again, I've seen a state government who was opposed to his approach, who acknowledged that it is wrong for herdsmen to be killing people. A federal government through the IG of police, Inspector General of Police, who is opposed to his approach as well, who have at a time ordered for his arrest. So what I'm saying is, I think there should be an independent, unbiased investigative panel that should be constituted to unravel the mystery behind that burning of his house. Because for me, I don't think it should go unchecked. Because this is somebody for every, if you look at the support he has gotten, if the way it stands, some other communities are seeking for his intervention. So if he's getting this level of attack, it means there must be an organized body that is behind it. And that I cannot unravel until there is an investigative panel that will be constituted to do that. And again, because of the government approach, I don't think the government will be seen as unbiased to head such panel. I think there should be an independent, unbiased panel that will even encompass even world bodies like the UN, like the European Union, like the Nigerian Bar Association, so that at the end of the day, we will see an independent report that will indict whoever may have done that.
Okay, now quickly let's look into what the Minister of Information and Culture said yesterday. That's Lai Mohammed. Very, very important talk here. He said Nigeria safer than how President met it. Now, how safe is Nigeria? That Lai Mohammed has come out openly to say that it was better now. It is better now in this administration than 2015.
Mr. Amag, I think that statement from the Minister of Information and Culture is unfortunate. I think it's a needless distraction. I think he's no longer in tune with the reality on ground. I think he's carried away by the comfort of that presidency and with the security around him. He's carried away.
Okay.
Because if he live in the same environment where the people in the northeast live in, the same environment where the people of the Middle Belt live in, the same environment where people in Southern Kaduna live in, I don't think he'll be making that same comment. If he has suffered, I think he's saying it because he feels he owes it a duty to defend the government he represents. Because if you look at it, he's a mouthpiece of this government. So I think it's on that basis he's speaking. He's not speaking as a patriotic Nigerian. He's speaking as somebody who wants to launder the image of the government he represents. That's why I see it. Ordinarily, as a Nigerian who is patriotic, you will not look at this situation and start thinking of how to launder the image of a government. You'll be thinking of, what do I do? What do we do politically? Everybody coming together to salvage this situation, to bring this numerous criminality to an end. Not rather trying to protect the image of the government. I don't think that's what we need at this stage. Then I think the government should look inward. What are we not doing that we needed to do to bring an end to this plethora of security challenges? Because if you look at it, it's unabating. It is quite unfortunate that instead of looking on how to remedy the situation, the government is trying to defend what you cannot even defend. Because the way it stands, the whole world know that Nigeria is facing this serious security challenge. And no matter how you try to pretend, no matter how you try to position it, the society are aware. No wonder if you see the support that Sunday Igboho got, you know that there is a vacuum that he has come to fill. Because if a legitimate government refuses to bring about the safety of the citizens and their property, and individual is coming to fill that vacuum, that's why he's getting that support. And again, the constitution are giving the government that primary responsibility, and the government is failing this responsibility. So what I'm saying is, the federal government through the Minister of Information and Culture should look at other areas to engage with the society, as in looking at how to bring about this war, that is this criminality, whether it's banditry, whether it's insurgency, whether it's castle rustling, whether it's kidnapping, whether it's armed robbery, name it. They should look at how to bring an end to it rather than defending the government. We are talking about how do we deploy technology to combat this crime. We are talking about how do I acquire superpower, America, like Britain, like Israel, to combat these insurgents. Not rhetorics, not trying to launder the image of government. Nobody is interested in whether the security was better in 2015 or it was worse in 2015. What we are thinking of, how do we sleep with our eyes closed? How do you guarantee the safety of Nigerians? That's what we are thinking. No, we are not making comparison here. Nobody is ready to take excuse for failure, because from what I can understand, it has become a hallmark of this government that each time you are faced with a challenge, you try to see how they can compare the situation with what holds sway in the past. That is not what we need now. What we need is the safety of life and property. For crying out loud.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. All right, Sunday, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Now, when I looked at what the Minister of Information and Culture said, like the Minister of Information and Culture, when I looked into what he said, I asked myself a question, which I'm throwing to you right now. How safe is Nigeria presently? Can it be compared to that of 2015 or Jonathan's administration?
Good morning, my Sylvia. You know, the problem we have with present presidency, they loot us when we get for office there, because they are not doing anything. Only when Lala Mohammed can talk is when issue come. Why will he be comparing the confused nation of Nigeria now? Everybody is talking. Look at what Atiku talk. Said if Nigeria must be restructured or become a failed state, and somebody sitting down there come out to tell us that Nigeria is safer, that now you cannot even walk from here to your house with jihadist terrorists wey they carry put for every forest, they kill people. Now Nigeria safe pass Jonathan time. It is a disgrace to Buhari and the Lala Mohammed and co that they are still comparing their regime with Jonathan. We had peace during Jonathan, even though the problem we have in the north then Boko Haram, they know whereabouts of the Boko Haram. The governor come out the day before yesterday to tell us that Boko Haram are regrouping in Yobe State, and they know whereabouts. But this they could not inform soldier or army to go and counter those people, because to tell us that Boko Haram are regrouping in his state and he is not doing anything means say he know whereabouts of those people. And this is where soldier will go to east. If they see people sitting down, they know meant to open fire on them. And you are telling us that we are safe in the country, a country that we ourselves we are not safe under security agencies. Talk about the terrorists one that they send to kill innocent people on the road, raping, cutting women head. If they rape them finish, they know meant to cut their head. And you say we are safe, that we cannot move and talk because of the major Allah. I did not blame the Western leaders yesterday that what are you dialoguing? Who are you dialoguing with? Okay, who are the major Allah that come to sit down with you? You are they not the same governor from another state, and you are talking about the major? Means the battle that are just wasting their time. I know some Yoruba people well. That's how the Gboro that rise up for them now. They will still betray him because that's their best work and position.
Of course, his answers.
You understand? Like look at yesterday.
Down, yeah.
Will you tell me that it's Nigeria army or police that burned down the house?
That's today.
No, it's not Nigeria army or police that burned down the house. The house must be burned down by a group of people that they have already paid 100 naira to smoke or to drink to do it. And you tell me that we have, okay, everybody have man to fight for a good Nigeria, but because of the people we have in our midst, because of that 99, look at the governor sitting yesterday, who the people representing the Meeti Allah are governor of Kebbi State, governor of Yobe State. Okay, who are the Meeti Allah? Are they not the same people in Aso Rock? They have to rise up and know that this battle, if you don't fight it once and for all, wait to kill all of you until one of the son or the daughter of governor killed by these same S-men. If they did not kill them, the governor will not know what the people are passing through. That's why this young man rise up to fight for Yoruba nation. We have the same similar issue. Then now the Kadu was saying something. The same Igbo people rise up against him. The elder, they rise up against him, but now their eye have opened. And they are looking for who will stand to fight that kind of fight. He can't come again. Because opportunity come but once. They have opportunity, they betray him, they send them. Tell them where now the Kadu is, where they went to arrest him. And now the same thing is happening, that somebody means say nobody can talk. Because of that Mumu constitution that jihadist terrorists put for this country, 1999 constitution, if they don't abolish that constitution, my brother, Sunday Gboro, anybody will know. If that constitution is not abolished, nobody can talk in this country. That is what I had to tell them this morning. So let's use it more than use in our head.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Looking to you, Orija. This is a live program. Can you come on board? All right, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Still Bystanders at Newsstand, and we are deliberating on certain issues, talking about issues of interest bothering the minds of Nigerians. Quickly to the one that happened just this morning, the raising of Sunday Igboho's house. What can you perceive from that? What can you say about that?
Yeah, thank you. For me, I think it's just a matter of beefing. It's just a matter of having sentimentalism by the governors who held a meeting yesterday, with the Hausa governors. When you are talking, you are deliberating on a matter that has to do with Yoruba Amotekun. You don't need to invite a governor from Kebbi State or from Kaduna State or from Kano State or from anywhere. They have to do their own meeting, to deliberate on that, But I think everybody's just against this guy, or the guy has a mission. He has a mission, and the mission is being supported by all Yorubas. For now, because I think
all Yorubas or some Yorubas?
Yes.
Because some Yorubas are still
all Yorubas.
Wow.
Because the some Yorubas you are talking about are just antagonists.
That's minority.
They are minority, and they are antagonists. They are antagonizing the mission of that guy. And if you call yourself a Yoruba man and you don't support that mission, that means you are a bastard Yoruba man.
And it's been said that the governor is not supporting the same person.
No, the governor is trying to protect the security of lives and properties
Okay.
of the people of the states,
Okay.
so that wahala will not happen, so that people will not be disrupted. That is his own mission. He is the chief security officer of that state. He's the CSO of that state. And mind you, he can never support anything that has to do with, okay, we are destroying this, we are destroying that. But no, he can never support that. He has to be mindful of himself and of his. He targeted on security
Wow.
because he knew that the state he wants to govern is very, very volatile. It's a volatile state, and he has to be very, very careful with such. So I don't blame him for that.
Okay. Now, quickly to the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. He has stated that the security of Nigeria presently is better than that of Jonathan's regime.
He's always a liar. He's always a liar, and that's why I thank God for his parents to name him Lai. A lie is life. You understand? Lai Mohammed has always been a liar. I've worked with him as a journalist. I work with him.
Okay.
If he's listening to me now, he will know me. I work with him. He was my boss. You understand? Very good journalist. He's a very good journalist. No, Lai Mohammed is number one when you talk about journalism. He's on top of the board. But when he took over government work, I was so surprised that he has to deviate from the norm you know him with. Don't let me talk. You understand? But it's just somebody I see that is playing. There's an adage that says that who plays the piper dictate the tune. You understand? He's playing to that gallery, and that is what he's exactly playing. So I don't talk about lie.
Would you say with the
Lie will talk based on what Buhari told him. He is the closest person to Buhari.
What of Femi Adesina?
Who?
Femi Adesina.
Femi Adesina. Well,
Nigerians don't have belief.
Femi Adesina is also my boss at National Concord. He was our editor at National Concord before he became chairman, board of directors at the Guardian. You see, Femi Adesina knows how to play his game. Somebody that classifies the people's intent with the public, the government intent, and then he will now balance the two. So, no, he's an expert. I like him. He doesn't talk anyhow. But Lai Mohammed talks anyhow.
You said Femi doesn't talk anyhow.
He doesn't
but
talk.
Nigerians,
No, it's the way people view it. He's the senior special advisor. I've interviewed him. He was on AIT. He spoke on AIT. I followed him.
Now, away from that, with the persistence of banditry, their operations in Nigeria, terrorists, talking about Boko Haram, another sect, don't you think this administration has failed woefully in terms of protecting lives and properties?
Let me just say my mind. What is in my mind?
Do you think so?
I think Buhari, our president. You see, let me talk. When you want to drag the yard, you drag it to your side. I've been suspecting the governance of Buhari since he took over. Why is it that all our security apparatus are controlled by Hausas, by Fulanis? They are not even Hausas, Fulanis. The Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Police Force, everybody, all are controlled by Hausas. They now put some Yoruba men,
And is that not,
few Yoruba men,
nepotism?
to be talking nonsense on behalf of their guys. These are the things. They need to be balanced. Fine, we don't Yoruba boys. They don't go for army or all this force. Many Yoruba boys don't go for it. They prefer to stay at home. So fine, no wala. But it's a national issue. We have to make it balanced. If the Nigerian army, you can put a Yoruba man there. Why should it be Buratai, General Buratai, as a chief of army staff? Why should it be the other guy. It is only Olonishaki from Ekiti State that has a mouth there. And if not that, Olonishaki has been a powerful Navy naval officer, he wouldn't have gotten to that stage. They would have died him down. You understand? They would have killed his image. And so, from there, that's where we have problem. And then if you look at the ministries also, the federal ministry controlled by Hausas.
Now,
Why?
Now let's quickly go back to Sunday Igboho. Don't you think his life is at stake with what we witnessed?
Sunday Igboho's life can never be at stake. All Yorubas are with him.
Oh, Yorubas are with him.
All Yorubas are with him.
I'll take it
His
back.
life will never be at stake.
Alright.
Nobody can kill him. I prefer you kill me than you kill Sunday Igboho.
All right, thank you so much, Origa. Thank you so much. Hello, quickly, Mr. James.
Morning, Mr. White.
You're welcome. Can you come closer a little? All right. Still on the state of the nation, here Tiala, the crisis in Ondo State, Oyo State, of course, we witnessed a kind of turnaround in Oyo State. And yesterday, an eviction was supposed to take place in Ondo State. And it happened that some of this high calibers in the country, talking about the security personnel, the presidency, the governor of that state, met. They had a meeting and they later resolved the issue. And Nietiala has promised, to quit these forests and abide by the rules.
By the rules of the state. Mr. Mike, Nigeria is a lawless nation. You can't just as a member of a house, don't just go and live in a bush. It is only animals that lives in a bush. Now, you came from other states or somebody's state and you went inside bush. A bush is not a place where a human being resides. Now, and the governor give an order, say, you should come out of the town and rent an apartment and live inside there. That is a normal thing.
Come out of the forest.
Of the forest. So that the women or the farmers can go to the bush and farm their lands. Now, somebody will use his or her money to prepare a land, and you bring in your cattle and went and destroy it. You are causing more hunger to the land. And also, the people of the life of those people that had that farm, they cannot be happy with you. Now, somebody came out and said, no, something needs to be done. You have the government to look into it and use a different way, a right way as a government, and dialogue it. That is it. You calm down the situation. Now, you are empowering those people. They went about life inside there. Are they headers? No. This one, that means they have a mission of what they are pursuing.
That is just like an idol.
That is it. Now, look at what happened yesterday in other states. Sunday Igboho, as at 3 a.m. this morning, they went and burned his house.
Yeah.
Someone that is fighting for the states. And look at our leaders. None of them has ever made any comment about it. Do Nigeria has a leader? No. We don't have a leader. And now, if somebody has up to say no, enough is enough, what they would do is to go after him and go after his family. This is not a country. What we need is, let us part each other. Let everybody go his way. Let Fulani go to their own land. Everybody has a land where it came from. Nobody came from air. They should go and settle in their own parts because they are causing havoc in the nation. And the Nigeria is a peaceful place. It's a place where God has already endowed with many things. Every state has what it takes to feed his state.
Resources.
The resources we have it. Now, what is killing Nigeria is mismanagement. They don't manage our mineral resources very well.
That's bad leadership.
That is bad leadership. We need to do something about it. Now, it is a high time everybody should rise. Because if we keep on waiting, one day it can be somebody's turn.
Okay.
And when you have gone, you have gone.
All right. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming. All right. On this note, I say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Of course, behind the camera is Femi Davis and Michael Ojo, keeping it real on Flip TV. You can subscribe to our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. You can also subscribe to Flip TV. You can join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, Michael Michael Temitayo Adekunle. Have a good day, everyone.